Sour Patch Kids are the most iconic candy ever known. You've seen the commercials, you've eaten the candy, and I'm sure you know that iconic line.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
But what if I told you that games outside the candy and commercials actually existed? Well, you're in for a treat because that's exactly what I'm covering in today's video, exploring this small, gummy universe. First up on our list is Battle Karts, which was a Sour Patch Flash game that released in 2010, and I actually had a hard time trying to play it. I used Wayback Machine, got to the Flash page, and didn't know what to do from there, so I pretty much gave up and went with the better option: playthroughs. And surprisingly enough, the only piece of recorded content on this game is from 2013 by this guy.
Battle Karts! Sour Patch Kids Battle Karts!
After passing the title screen, you're allowed to choose a variety of colors for your Sour Patch Kid and kart weight types. Once you're ready, you spawn in with other Sour Patch Kids and let loose to battle, which appears to be in a similar vein to Mario Kart's battle mode and appears to be the only mode in this game. You roam around getting different abilities from these crates and try to finish off your opponents as quick as you can to get the highest score. And that's pretty much it from the looks of it. But while we're on the topic of karts and racing, Crash Team Racing actually had a promo where you were able to get Sour Patch related customizations for your kart in-game, ranging from gummy wheels, a paint job, and some stickers. You'd be surprised to know that only 3 Sour Patch mobile games exist. First up, we got Sour Patch Sour Fling. This one released back in 2011 and was a flinger type game where you fling your gummy at other Sour Patch Kids to save them, then fling yourself back out to proceed to the next level. Some levels require a certain amount of Sour Patch Kids to progress, and some also introduce gimmicks. And honestly, it's not too bad for what it is. I even considered keeping it until I beat the first 10 levels and encountered a paid wall. And since it's a game from 2011, there's no way to buy these points and play the rest of the levels. But for what was playable, it was still fun nonetheless. Next up, we got Sour Patch Candy Defense, which released in 2016. This was a tower defense style game with Sour Patch Kids that had you fending off against other gummies like gators, bears, and bunnies, and let you place down towers and Sour Patch Kids with certain abilities. You know, just like other tower defense games. It featured an upgrade system to upgrade your gummies and such, and followed a level-based structure and took heavy inspiration from Clash Royale's chess system. But instead of chess, they just used Sour Patch candy bags. Overall, looked to be a pretty lame game, but if you're into tower defense games, this probably wouldn't have been the one for you. And last up, we have Sour Patch Zombie Invasion. This one released in 2017 and was a VR mobile game, only compatible with the Daydream VR and a Daydream Ready phone. The game appeared to be a shooter where you operate some kind of mech inside a kitchen killing zombie Sour Patch Kids. By looking at other gameplay, it also looked like you were able to equip a variety of different weapons for your mech. Your main goal in the game was to protect the escape pod while getting the Sour Patch Kids to safety. The next level appears to be the same thing, and if I had to guess, this is pretty much what the whole game is. I did find this from the game page though, so I'm guessing there were also bosses in the game. But yeah, pretty odd to me how only 3 Sour Patch mobile games exist. And finally, to wrap it up, the game I'm most fond of, World Gone Sour released on PS3, 360, and even PC back in 2011, but not soon after getting delisted in 2015. It was a 3D side-scroller featuring the green Sour Patch Kid as the main character, setting off through different levels, rescuing other Sour Patch Kids, and fighting different bosses. The premise of the story is, well, this. And once we venture on through all these different levels and encounter the last boss of the game, or should I say, first stage of the final boss, because once we finish the pumpkin, we're not over yet and have to fight this red Sour Patch Kid that has an ongoing recurring theme throughout the game. So when we get done with them, we're left with this cutscene that shows the both of them getting found by some hobo and fulfilling their goal of being eaten. And once we pass the end credits, we're given a Sour Patch rap video. But sadly enough, that's really where it ends for games in the Sour Patch universe. I'm just kinda surprised no new Sour Patch games have released in this current gaming era.